Hey, it's your favorite girl, Miss Soncerae here, and you can give me your video topic suggestions by visiting me at soncerae.com, or you can text me if you want to. I have a new video topic suggestion. It says, hey Soncerae, I talked to you before and I saw your video on urban modeling and found what you said useful, but I was wondering if maybe you could either make a video or maybe just give me some advice on how to actually get into urban modeling. I know it isn't all that glamorous, but I just would like to know how to start and what I should do to get started. I'm a total newbie and have no experience whatsoever. Is it as hard to be an urban model as it is to be an actual model? Do I need an agent? I really would love some advice from someone who's been such a successful urban model and who knows what they are talking about. Modeling wasn't that difficult for me to get into, so I'm gonna just tell you how I did it and how it started for me. I was in Atlanta and I was looking in creative loafing. Back then they didn't really put up postings like that on the internet so much, kind of in the newspaper. So I would go to the creative loafing here in Atlanta and I would look up photographers that were looking for models. I would go to all of these shoots and they would tell me that I wasn't pretty enough, that I wasn't thin enough, that I was, unattractive, that I would never be able to model. And so, I kind of got down about it and I was like, maybe it's not something I should be doing. I decided that maybe I should leave Atlanta and go to Charlotte. So I moved to Charlotte and I had put my pictures up on a dating site. I put them on blackplanet.com. And a photographer from Chapel Hill saw me and said, you're a beautiful girl. I would love to shoot you. And I was like, well, I've been trying to shoot, but a lot of people think I'm unattractive and they've been telling me I'm not going to make it as a model. He said, well, this is what I'm going to do. I want you to tell me what you don't like about your body and we're going to try to fix it with different poses and different camera tricks. And that's exactly what he did. I went to the photo shoot. He was actually a white guy. I was shocked to see that he was white, because he was telling me, and I'm a black woman, that I was beautiful. So I was just like, wow, so that's exactly what he did. He told me to put my pictures on this site called modelplace.com, and I put my pictures up there, and lo and behold, photographers that wanted to shoot me started calling me, and I started shooting 5 to 7 times a week, and it started from there, and I just kept shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. So everybody's path is different. You can take some pictures, just a couple of selfies, and go onto modelmayhem.com and post your pictures up there and say that you're looking for a photographer. And a photographer that's interested in shooting you in your area will probably contact you to do something called TF. Now, TF means you're trading for something. You traded for some pictures. You're trading your time for some pictures, okay? Or some print pictures or whatever. TFP, or you used to call it TFCD. A lot of photographers don't like to do that because a lot of photographers like to be paid. I would not encourage you to pay for a shoot your first couple of shoots. You need to practice first. So you need to try to find some photographers inside of your area that are looking for models to shoot, to build their own portfolios or their own situation. So you'll have to basically shoot what they want you to shoot, and that's actually a good thing because they teach you the poses and what they need for their portfolio and what photographers generally are looking for. They kind of just start showing you the ropes of what you should be doing. So you do that for a while. You work with any kind of photographer you can find. Each photographer has a different style and a different personality, but you have to be careful who you're working with, and you have to be careful about these releases that you're signing, because every photographer is supposed to give you a release, and a lot of photographers don't have releases, but a lot of photographers do have releases. The ones that do have releases that you have to sign, make sure you're not signing away your right to where he could cut your head off and put it on a damn unicorn body if he wants to. So do that first, and after you think you've gotten a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, then you can go to a photographer, an industry standard photographer. Let's see, my favorite photographer I love very, very much. His name is Anthony Thomas. He's a very, very professional photographer. I worked with him for many years, and he's very, very professional regardless to the personal things or the drama or the he say, she say that happens inside of the industry, Anthony has been very, very professional. He will always be professional, especially when money is coming into the picture. And those are the type of photographers that you need to work with. Like, you don't have to wait an extended amount of time before you get your pictures back, you know, because photographers will pull that shit on you because you're a newbie. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you're working with someone who's very, very professional, who will give you your images back in enough time. So if you're going to pay for some images, I suggest you be ready. Now, after you've done all your practice, after you feel like you know how to pose a little bit, then you can go in and pay a photographer. Photographers charge ridiculous amounts of money if they themselves are popular. Like, a lot of photographers are very, very arrogant. They think because their name is big or they got a whole bunch of hoes following them that makes them the man. So you have to be careful working with those photographers. You are deciding to be in the urban modeling industry, so it's a lot of photographers inside of the urban modeling industry that are like that. They charge out the ass, okay? Ridiculous amounts that don't even make any sense. You know, a lot of photographers will say, hey, give me $100 or $200 and I'll give you 3 pictures back, 3 edited pictures. I don't play that shit. If I'm shooting with you, I'm gonna need the whole CD of images, especially if I'm paying you. Make sure they give you that whole CD of images and 3 edits. Okay, if you paying over $100, you get that whole CD and you get 3 edits. And I'm not talking about no CD with no small resolution pictures on there. I'm talking about a CD or a Dropbox where they can put it online for you, to where they give you that whole CD of pictures, and you can go to a retouching person or a person that edits for you, or you can pay him extra for edits. So a lot of photographers would charge you for extra edits. That's all I can say for you now. Maybe I'll make a modeling techniques video later on. I know for me, there's a couple of things I do inside of a shoot, you know, that keep me focused. So maybe I'll make that for you later on. But be careful, and my advice to you is to practice and be very, very professional. Personal, business, 2 separate things. Do not mesh them together, and keep your mouth closed about your situation, about your personal life. Don't fuck photographers. Don't go to shoots drinking or high, any of that, okay? Have vision and stay focused, and I wish you the best, hon.